For cheap and reliable MT, head over to aoa.com and use coupon code JACOB for 3% off.
Yo, what is going down, everybody? It is Unbeatable Jacob, and today I am going to discuss the most talked about, the most hated, the most overrated, the most... As you can tell, I have a lot of things to say about the good old Pro 2 misdirection Curry escape, Curry slide, size up, escape package. So, first things first. This move was originally introduced, as far as I know, it might have been in 2K19. I don't really know. I didn't really play the game like that in 2K19 where I would have known if there was a Curry slide or Curry escape. I don't think there was. To my knowledge, there wasn't. This move was originally introduced in 2K20. I remember back in probably, must have been around March. Yeah, right once quarantine started, I was originally introduced to this move, I think by a dude named by Pedro from 2K Gamer. Some of you guys might know who he is. I'm sure it was more popular in Pro-Am or whatever back in the early days of 2K20. Don't really care. Wasn't taking the game any bit seriously between the launch of 2K20 until quarantine started. But nevertheless, the move was in 2K20, and no one really called it the Curry slide. Like, I remember calling it the misdirection, and then maybe the Curry escape closer towards the end of the year, and anybody could do it. So I don't know if I can quite remember how to do it here. Let me see. Like, the dribbling is so weird on this game. Yeah, see, it's in 2K22. Like, I'm not, you know, I don't play this game. Like, the dribbling is so vastly different. It was a little different how you did it. You didn't hold the stick down, you just flicked it. And like sometimes you get like these behind the back animations. And some players seem to do it more often than others. Like they would go for the Curry escape more frequently than that behind the back. I remember Glenn Rice used to get it a lot. I don't quite remember. I mean, I did it a couple times and that's good enough for me because it would take me hours to remember how to dribble proper on this game here. Okay, come on, pal. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so nevertheless, the whole point is it was in the game back then. And it was actually crazier. Oh my goodness, I forgot how nice base 98 was on 2K20. And that's even with my meter on. That's just so nice. That jump shot will never be topped in 2K. This jump shot 98 or Wade base in 2K20 was so crazy. So crazy. Okay, so back to the whole point of the video here. It was always in the game, or it was in 2K20, and like no one really complained about it because not that many people knew how to do it. It became more popular towards the end of the year once people started getting like Yao Ming. I remember people would run up the floor, smash L2 and do it. And it was decently popular, but it wasn't something that people thought about as game breaking. It was kind of less known about, so it was almost more thought of like a skill thing. Like I remember people asking me last year in my stream like how I was doing it. I remember calling it the misdirection. But here comes 2K21, day one launch on current gen. I should have went to current gen. People found out that you were able to do this move and people started getting it real popular, just known as the Curry escape, you know. Like people started talking about it. I remember, you know, early September, like second week the game was out or something, I made a tutorial on how to do the Curry escape because I already knew at that point that like it was gonna be a bigger deal this year since it was associated with an animation and it was easier to do, and there was a way that if you flick the stick a certain way, you were gonna get that animation every time. So I knew it was gonna be a big deal, but never in a million years did I think it was gonna be probably the most prolific and debated dribble move that I remember in 2K. I'm sure there's probably some kid out there or something who like loved 2K17 sit there probably like it'll never be like the Kobe size up escape or whatever the fuck that was, where you would sit there and dribble the ball in between your legs over and over again. I get it. There's been other moves that have been talked about, but this move the Curry escape on 2K21 is by far the most prolific thing ever, because some people think that it's a crazy good dribble move and that their Curry escape made. Some people think that only bad players Curry escape because they don't know how to dribble at all. And that's kind of what I'm here to debate today a little bit. Because I was playing a kid in limited off stream. I forget what I was playing limited off stream for. Oh, I remember. It wasn't this week, it was last week. Because those Hall of Fame badge packs were out, and it was like the middle of the night and I feel like streaming, so I was just trying to get my Hall of Fame badges quick. And there was a kid I played against who said something that I read a lot on Twitter, which is, this kid is so bad, all he does is Curry escape. Which is just simply not true, because I was bopping him up like this. I was hitting him here, I was hitting him here, I was hitting this, I was hitting this, I was hitting this. I was, my dribble package might not be the deepest in the game, but I got a few more moves in the Curry escape. Matter of fact, if you're in my streams, I actually hate when I Curry escape, because that's what I'm about to talk about. It's probably the worst dribble move that's in my dribble rhythm of like natural, because at this point of the year, I don't think about dribbling, I just do it. It's probably the worst dribble move out of all of the dribble moves I do. Yes, it can be useful in a situation where if you maybe do something like that, get them leaning one way, momentum cross and do a Curry escape or something, at that point, if you combo it up, it can be useful, but nobody will ever be good just off of the Curry escape. If you sit here and do this over and over again and get open, who's ever playing defense is just playing terrible defense. There's no reason why somebody should just be getting open off of just Curry escapes. If they're legitimately just Curry escaping, I can't even stop myself from doing other size ups. But if they're legitimately just Curry escaping, it's gonna be the easiest move to steal, because out of all the moves on next gen particularly that you can do to get the quick burst, whether it be this, whether it be this, whether it just be one between the legs and go, whether it be the shifty burst like this right here where you come this way and go this way. The only one of all those drill moves, all the things that you can get the burst animation out of, I'm just trying to think what else, you can get the burst animation out of pretty much anything, a step back. You can get the burst animation out of a spin back even. Out of all of those things that you can get the quick burst out of, this is the one that's most likely to get stolen, because on next gen, if you just stand where the right hand is right now and hit square, it's gonna get stolen every time. You're gonna have an incredibly hard time stealing this. The only way that you can steal this is if I run into you. You can't run into me and take this away from me. I have to run into you pretty much, because if I don't want to go, I can go further back. If I don't want to run into you, I can redirect myself. When you Curry escape, there's only one direction you can go, and it's forward. You can't burst backwards off the Curry escape. You can kind of do it sideways, but it's still gonna be out there for a bump steal. Just doing this, you're hardly ever gonna get the ball stolen, unless again you literally run into them or choose to run into them, because you can kind of do it backwards if you want. You can combo out of it easier and just go the other way, because it's gonna go way quicker than trying to stop from a Curry escape. So on next gen, it's literally one of the worst dribble moves you can do. In certain situations, if they're getting eaten by a screen or something, you come this way, yeah, it's gonna get you open, but you could also literally just run this way as well. It's really probably the most useless dribble move, especially if you can't combo it up with other stuff. If you just spam Curry escapes, or if that's your main dribble move on next gen, you're not gonna get anywhere. And that brings me to my next point. You might be thinking, oh, well, Jake, you haven't talked about current gen. On current gen, it is much harder to steal a Curry escape. Yeah, it definitely is. 100%. It's way harder to steal a Curry escape on current gen. But on current gen, you never need to use it, because all you need to do is do one crossover and burst. That's all anybody does on there anyways. From my team perspective, I don't know. A lot of the stage kids on, current gen claim that oh bro, like they're dribbling so crazy on current gen, like you can just burst so many different ways. But then I go watch these stage games and I literally see the same 3 moves every time. It's just like crossover burst, crossover burst, crossover burst. Like occasionally a few different dribble moves in there, but it's the same dribble moves you can do on next gen, just without the burst. So yeah, if you're on current gen, it's definitely not overpowered. I mean, you gotta tackle the argument of the burst on current gen before you tackle a Curry escape, because the Curry escape is a lot less effective on current gen than the burst. And don't think this I'm sitting here hating on the burst. If you wonder why I play next gen over current gen, you know, it was just a conscious decision I made at the start of the year. But beyond that, I hate Showtime a lot more than I hate the burst. Nevertheless, my whole point is to pretty much say that people who think that the Curry escape, Curry slide is overpowered is wrong, because it's literally the easiest dribble move to steal in the game. And people who think that the Curry escape is completely entirely useless and ruins the game, again, is wrong, because it's not hard to defend. And people who think that the Curry escape is like a good way to get open by itself is just wrong, because there's like 16 different other dribble moves that are probably going to do the exact same thing for you and decrease the chance of you getting the ball stolen. So, do I think that it should stay in the game for 2K21? Yeah, I do. I think it's fine to have it in the game, and I think it should stay where it's at. I like how they added like the size up escape, which is like a whole new dribble animation this year. But there's only 3 of them. It's Pro 1, Pro 2, and Pro 3, and the other ones are essentially useless. I would prefer normal 1 or normal 2 over Pro 1 or Pro 3, because players like Yao Ming, who can't do it, get the normal animation for like normal 1. And this is actually, I almost like this more than the Curry escape, because you get a slow animation, but then you can burst out of it. So like if you try and Curry escape with Yao Ming, you can do that, and you can like quick stop out of that, which is kind of actually vicious, honestly. I almost think that I like normal 1 the most, because it gives me the least chance to get the ball stolen, and it still gets me to where I would be going with the Curry escape anyways, and it's almost easier to like combo out of. Like, it really is, because it doesn't take as long. This might seem like it's slower, but it's really not, because the Curry escape's kind of slow too, actually, when you break it down frame by frame. It's easier to shoot out of, because you don't need to quick stop to shoot out of it. That's for sure. I think that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people think that the Curry escape is crazy, is because like you can, if someone's playing really bad defense, like you don't need to like stop to get a set shot. You don't have to do anything to get a set shot, right? Like you can just shoot the ball and you're taking a standing shot, because you don't have to like quick stop. I mean, you can quick stop out of the Curry escape, but a lot of times it's actually going to hurt you, because a lot of times if you're going this way and quick stop out of it, unless they're on your right side, you already have them beat anyways if you're going that way, and a lot of times it's unnecessary, because you could probably just pull it anyways. So yeah, I think that it should stay in the game, but I think that they should add more size up escape packages. I'm not really sure what they could add, because Pro 1 and Pro 3 are essentially just explosive behind the backs, but they don't really stun people like the explosive does sometimes. Like you don't really get as much space from like a Pro 1 escape or a Pro 3 escape as you would from like an explosive, which looks almost the exact same. So I think they should add some more. You know, hopefully like maybe like 7 or 8 of them. I'm not really sure what other animations they could add, because with the size up escape, I wish I had players in my lineup that have Pro 1 and Pro 3. They're all moves that put the ball behind your back. And there's really only so many ways that you can dribble the ball behind your back. Like, I'm not really sure what else they could add, but there's a reason why I don't get paid to work on the 2K dev team. Those fellas can figure it out, right? Because like the Pro 1, like this size up escape, like they're just not good. I mean, I think maybe some of it is like we never really got players that had like quick or shifty attached with Pro 1. Gary Payton did. But you're just, it's like, what's the point of doing this Pro 1 size up escape when you can just literally do an explosive behind the back and it's like the same exact motion but faster. So yeah, I think that the Curry escape is fine to stay in the game, and I like that they added the size up escape packages, but they need to find more size up escape packages to add, because personally I think that normal 1 and normal 2 are my favorites right now. I think I like normal 1 and normal 2 when the player has quicker shifty as well. If you don't have quicker shifty, it's actually super useless, but every player has that now. But I think I like that more than the Curry escape currently. For 1, it catches people off guard. For 2, people can't steal it. And 3, randoms and limited can't tell me all I do is Curry escape, even though that's just a straight up lie. But I think I like this the best right now, because it kind of like slows him down then goes. And like when you quick stop out of that, people just never see it coming. It's actually kind of great. I actually really enjoy having like normal 1 on Yao Ming and Taco Fall. And of course I can't really do it now, but I actually really enjoy it. And some people might, you know, there's definitely probably a few people that play this game at a high level who would disagree with me entirely on this whole situation and say, nah, bro, the Curry slide is pretty OD. But the thing is, I've just never played anybody who's fried me off of exclusively Curry slides. Like if that's literally the only thing you're doing without comboing it up and stuff like that, like I'm gonna be able to read it easier than any other dribble move. But yeah, I don't know. I think that right now I enjoy normal 1 and normal 2, or I guess it's just normal 1 because, you know, that's they don't put normal 2 on players. And the only reason why normal 1 triggers is because they're too heavy to do Pro 2. They actually have Pro 2, they're just too heavy to do it. But I think I like this the best right now. Like I said, as long as they have quicker shifty. And then after that, of course, Pro 2, because like, you know, it's not like I'm sitting here and saying I don't Curry escape, because I do. I just try and do it attached to other moves, because if I don't, it's going to be super predictable. But I think that they just need to add more. Pretty much the moral of the story, they need to add more size up escape packages. I'm not sure what. Somebody out there I'm sure has a good idea. I can't really think of anything. Like I said, there's only so many ways you can put the ball behind your back. But I guess they don't all need to be behind the back animations. I guess, you know, if you hit this in this situation, maybe you could get like some sort of like quick momentum crossover step back type animation you could maybe add in or something. I don't know. But yeah, to summarize, the Curry escape's not that good, but it's not that bad. It's really weird how people have made it out to be like the most polarizing dribble move in a long time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.